maybe some church communities value doubt, but I'd say a lot of them really are fearful of it, and they don't understand it, especially when it comes to the children in their congregations and those that start to be influenced by science in ways that they don't expect or want. But I think with a better engagement with science, they could understand it.
But I do think that there is a sense where doubt is something that Christians who have a very deep faith have learned how to deal with. And it's not that one always doubts about the same things over the entire course of their life, but to wrestle with healthy doubt. I think of, in the biblical story of Thomas. Yeah.
Doubt really a virtue.
Yeah, that's something that's interesting to think on. So I'm no philosopher, and there's folks who've written lots about this.
Even if it is, do Christians generally see it as a positive? I mean, I can actually see how doubt can be a virtue. It's kind of a protection against a certain type of, to use theological language for once, a protection against a certain type of idolatry, where we kind of take man-made idols, we put them up in replacement of God. But if we can't ever doubt them, we can never really let them go.
Yeah. The danger, I think I say that in the book, that the danger is not so much well-placed doubt as it is certainty, right? So, which acts very much against humility, right? That we kind of think we know the whole truth, that we have a kind of certainty, which leads to odd sorts of fundamentalisms and things like that. So,
well, I think the part where I think that does make sense is that the way I would put it is I think maybe some church communities value doubt, but I'd say a lot of them really are fearful of it, and they don't understand it, especially when it comes to the children in their congregations and those that start to be influenced by science in ways that they don't expect or want. But I think with a better engagement with science, they could understand it, and maybe it wouldn't be quite so frightening, and they'd understand how to make sense of that doubt in a way that actually leads to a more resilient faith.
And I think that's something that could be more thoughtfully cultivated. So it's the scientists who are Christians who had really wrestled with their faith alongside their scientific understanding. There are, of course, some folks who are people of faith who are scientists who really keep these things compartmentalized, right? So I'm talking about the folks who are scientists who are Christians who have really wrestled with integration and what that means and what it means to live out their science as a type of Christian calling. So that's what I'm talking about. And I have found that those folks have found a way to think about doubt as a kind of healthy virtue, that doubt, wrestled with rightly in the right kind of community can actually be very healthy.